Hello everybody, this is Pizzscn here, and today I'm going to be doing the tutorial for the magic trick that I showed you in my previous video. I went ahead and decided to go ahead and make the tutorial, so let's go ahead and get into it. So here are the things you're going to need. You're going to need a computer, you're going to need a pack of cards, and you're going to need some software that is linked over in the description to your right. And so, yes. Now, because my laptop here is very old, as you can see it's being held together by duct tape, it doesn't really have a Wi-Fi chip built in. So in order to show you how you're going to download this software, I am going to have to use my iPod Touch here. I had to make that marquee so that way I'd have an excuse to put it there. Okay, so there are two ways to get to it. One, you can get to it over in the description, but you can also get to it by going over to my blog, which is right here once it loads. Alright, so over in the description you will find a link. It looks something like that. For some reason on here it's not clickable, so let me select it. So if you're going to do it from my blog, you're going to have to copy and paste it into the address bar like so. Hit go, and then once you click the link you will be brought to a website. It looks like this whenever it loads. I'm going to bring it like this so it'll be a little easier to see. This is called rapidshare.com. What you're going to want to do under here, you're going to want to select that you are a free user. So click the free user button. Now on mine here it says that there is an error. That is because this iPod Touch here doesn't really exactly read .exe files. That is why you need to have a PC, because if you have a PC you'll be able to actually use this. But what you're going to want to do then is you're going to want to click here, and it's going to tell me that Safari can't download this file. But once you click it, it'll start downloading, and it'll save an installer over to your desktop, which I have to get to right quickly, and it looks something like this. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and open this. This should automatically open for you when you have it. So it'll also save it to your desktop. This is on my flash drive here because again I don't have internet. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go through here, you're going to have to hit next, you're going to have to set that you agree. Alright, so next, and then it's going to ask you where you want to save to. Hit next. This directory doesn't exist. Create a new one. Yes. Blah blah blah. Go ahead and create it. And finish. And then hit exit. And then it should load up. Alright, I zoomed out here. So while my computer is being the laggy computer it is, I'm going to show you now how to perform this trick. So now I'm going to show you finally how to do this trick. So here's what you're going to need to do. In order to do this trick, you're going to need to know how to actually do something called forcing a card. And if you don't know how to do this, there's a ton of different ways to actually force a card. I'm going to show you the way I did it in the performance. Which again, if you didn't see it yet, you need to click on the middle in the between section of the angels there. Alright, so I'm going to show you the force I used in the performance, if I can talk. Alright, so what you're first going to want to do is you're going to want to check out the card that's on top. In my case, it is the 6 of hearts. If you don't like whatever card is on the top, if you don't think it's going to be easy to remember or something, just go through the pack and just choose out another card such as that one, and if you like this card a little better than what's currently on the top, just go ahead and move it to the top and you will use that to force instead of what's currently on the top. I'm going to keep the 6 of hearts though because I like that one right now because it's in my memory. So here's what the force looks like. Tell me when to stop flipping through the cards. Stop. That was an epic fail, but you get the idea because the top card is the 6 of hearts. Alright, it should not fall apart on you like that, but let's go ahead and learn how you do this. I'll see if I can do it again a little smoother. Tell me when to stop. Stop. Okay, that was also kind of an epic fail, but you get the picture. So the way you do this is very simple. What you do is you need to hold the deck in your hand like so. As you see, I've got my thumb is on the side here, and it's ready to start peeling away at the cards. As you can see, I've got my index finger at the bottom here, and it's applying constant pressure. Not a lot of pressure. It's just kind of it's kind of just there. It's at a relaxed state, but it's still pushing, so if that helps. And then I got these three fingers here that are clipping the cards. And so when I thumb through here and the spectator says stop, I'm going to immediately start squeezing with a lot more pressure with this finger and these fingers. And then when they say after they say stop, of course, and then I'm going to pull away this packet. And what this is going to do is it's going to leave behind the top card, as you saw there. All the cards went with my hand except for the top card, like that. I'll show that to you one more time and a little bit faster. Okay, and there it is again. So now I'm going to show it to you in full speed. I'm going to stop, 6 of hearts. Okay, so once they see that card, you want to make sure that you put the deck somewhere where it won't get destroyed on accident. And let's come back over to the computer. I merely smashed my iPad there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is go in and open up the software so you guys can see what it looks like here. It's going to look pretty much the same at first, but it is definitely a little different. And we zoom in a little bit so you guys might be able to see what's going on. This is digital zoom, by the way, so it won't be crystal clear. There you go. It says here username, password. The username is not important. You can type whatever you want to in the username box, so just type whatever the heck you want to. And then down here in password, that is where it gets important, because in password you're going to want to type in the card. So allow me to show you what I'm doing. Whoa. In the older program, you had to type in a specific amount of characters. In this version 2.0, you do not need to type in the full 17 characters like you did before. So I'm trying to get the tripod adjusted here. There's going to be a lot of cuts in this. So under password, you're going to want to type in the actual card name. So 6. Had to type the X really hard, of hearts. Alright. Perfect. So then you're going to want to click on submit. Alright, so click submit, and then you're going to be brought with a form that looks like this. You're then going to have them fill this out. This is also doesn't really have any effect on the trick, but it's just here to, it actually lets them fill something out. It's almost like, it's like it's going to use this information to figure out what your card is, even though it's total, crap. So this here is asking for their favorite color. Since you can't really see it, I'll just tell you what they're saying. This is favorite color. So let's just say they type blue, and then birthday. They're going to enter their birthday. In my case, my birthday is the January 17th. 1994, which is awesome because my birthday is in 16 days, which is pretty freaking sweet, I think, at least. And then when you click submit, this kind of window will come up. It'll just be a progress bar. Wait for it to fill out. And what this progress bar here is doing is it's keeping the prediction from coming up as soon as you click the submit button. Because if it popped up as soon as you clicked submit, it would just kind of be instantaneously like, whoa, what just happened? But with it doing this, it kind of delays it, and it makes it, I guess, a little more realistic. It's like it's processing the information. It's not just bang, like it knows. It kind of helps with the effect. And right here is the prediction. Your card is the 6 of hearts, if you can't read that. So that's how it works. It basically shows your card is the, and then after that it shows what you put in the password box. Alright, and then this version actually closes the whole program after that, which also helps a little bit, I guess. Kind of gets rid of it so that way they don't go tampering around with it. Anyway guys, that is it. Let's zoom back out a little bit. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below, down there, any comment below, or excuse me, send them over to pizzascn@yahoo.com. Excuse me again. Also, be sure to check out my blog. If I stop hiccuping, link is over there to your right, as well as follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Pizzscn, which is also to your right. So thanks again for watching, guys. Adios.